these, hundreds of thousands of men had volunteered and were on their way to Britain, on their way to the fields of France. They had volunteered. He said his family stayed behind to form this rebellion. He just basically described his family as being cowards. Because to me, that's cowards. Your two next door neighbours, they sign up on their own accord to go and fight against the Kaiser for the freedoms that you enjoy, and you stay at home waiting for all these brave souls to go and fight the war so you can push your own ignorant agenda and slaughter innocent people. That's a coward. An absolute coward. And that Brendan O'Carroll, he's just... Nah, I'm sorry. I need to admit defeat on it. I thought I could do this.
He's not exactly like Ronnie Corbett, is he? I said Ronnie Corbett didn't have to fight anybody. I know what I'd like to do with him. Ronnie
Corbett, I think, was actually ex-Harry Chef, Royal Air Force, was he not? Ronnie Corbett, I'm sure.
I think he did do national service.
Yep. I think he done England, I've seen him.
Can you guys remember on that Brendan O'Carroll's documentary, right? He said, I've drove past this memorial to the bridge. To the cowards that fell here, and I've never once known what it was, but now I know about it, and he's remembering. And he said, I hope someone somewhere is remembering the British lost. And you say to yourself, of course we are, you dim-witted dick. And apologies, I know it's not 9 o'clock, but of course somebody's remembering. We're remembering them every day, and then the BBC are letting you come on and air your crazy stories, and at the end of it, how proud you are of these men. How can you be proud of these men, these cowards, these people that killed British soldiers, these people that killed innocents? How can that make you proud? The guy's an absolute buffoon, and the BBC made a big boo-boo. And
paid them money, paid them handsomely to make the show, no doubt.
There was the best. I mean, there was one day that the President Higgins Island. I mean, he turned in and refused an invitation to go to Belfast City Hall for his dinner. Right. You know what I mean? Because the bottom line is, he's looking saying Sinn Féin's trying to hijack Easter Rising. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not getting involved in this. So no, they batter on. But then he's a clever Irishman. Do you know what I mean? Very clever Irishman. No, where Jerry and that. There, Jerry. Bottom
line was it? Sorry, I missed the name. You said who is it? Refused the
President Higgins, the President of Ireland.
Oh, right.
There was like a civic reception and a dinner put on, Ian, for the Easter Rising. The thing is, like a cross-party, kind of cross-community relation type thing.
Aye, right.
And the President of Ireland's turned round and he can't go.
The thing is with him, Chris, that man can turn around and stone there and say, I'm Irish, but Jerry and Martin are actually British. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. Jerry and I have obviously got a problem with their nationality, Jerry, you're British.
David, see before I come on to this thing that I've just seen here, are you up to speed with what happened yesterday with the Juvenile Orange Parade?
Well, I've seen it hanging out in the news.
Well, there's something just come on here, right, on the Belfast Telegraph. Headline, Arlene Foster says Northern Ireland does not have two-tier policing system, but there are concerns out there. You're saying to yourself, well, of course it has a two-tier policing system. Look at evidence, right? Look at facts. Pictures tell facts. Look at facts from the Easter Rising commemoration parades, and then look at the difference with a picture of the parade that had happened on for the juvenile parade. Of course there's a two-tier policing system. Look at Twaddell. Look at the place where we're actually going to man. Of course.
I've just put a link in the lobby there, taking it to a Facebook page that will show the video and a few of the news clippings about what happened yesterday.
Right, guys, you know my stance on violence, right? I don't condone it. I don't welcome it. I don't want to see it. Do I think it's justified at times? Certainly, I do. We're all only human beings. But I need to ask a question, right? And it's a serious one, because I've got kids myself. In fact, all three of us, we all have kids, right? You are a band member, and your little child who's joined the band, regardless if it's your little child or your child is 25 years old, right? Regardless, still your child. So you're both in the band together, and your child gets sprayed in his face with CS gas, right? It's CS spray from a police officer, totally unprovoked. Would you act violently to that? Would you be willing to listen to Arlene Foster saying there's not a two-tier policing system? Would you be willing to hear the Chief Constable try and defend his officers? Of course you wouldn't. You'd be saying to yourself, he's for it, he's harmed my child, I'm not giving a damn who he is. He's abused his powers as a police officer.
I'll tell you how competent the police force in Northern Ireland is, whether it's the present day one, KSN, IRA, whatever you call them, or the RUC, whatever you want to hang it. They could investigate the murders into the 3 Scottish soldiers being murdered. I know I'm coming back to this again, right? But so you've got a police force out with Northern Ireland that comes in and investigates a murder. I've never heard that in my fucking life. I've been going to America and investigating a murder that happened in America, and it's the reports are going to investigate a murder in New York. No, doesn't happen. Two-tier police system, definitely, and it's accommodating more so the other side of the community now, because what there is, there's fear of them. Oh, he's going to kick off and start bombing and shooting us. They did it right cushy off the loyalist and unionist communities for years. They supported the rule of law. You didn't have guys in the loyalist communities and unionists doing it and shooting police and soldiers. Wasn't happening.
But the Republicans played on that, David. They knew that the Unionists, in the main, were sort of law-abiding, and they were sort of trying to. They were looking for the status quo. It was your nationalists and your Republicans that were pushing it and pushing it and pushing it.
That's what they did. They're good at it.
And they're still doing it. I mean, still to this day, you know, they will push it to the very end.
They're like toothache. That's what they're like. They're just like toothache.
I mean, you were saying it was the First Minister was talking about the two-tier policing.
Yeah.
Chris, who's Ruth Patterson? I mean, you must excuse my ignorance.
An inspiration to me. An absolute inspiration.
She's been quoted as saying the PSNI brutally waded into unionist bandsmen.
Do you know who Ruth Patterson is? She is a female with balls. If you... It's...
testicular fortitude. I think we'll say testicular fortitude, Chris. I think that sounds better.
Right. She is staunch in her views. She will stick up for absolutely any unionist that's in the right. She defends her community every day of the week. Regardless if she was a member of the DUP. The DUP, I've not even gone to them, but they've treated that lady appallingly. And she's still standing there and she's saying, I'm not leaving politics because of these imbeciles. See, I'm standing as an independent. So she's got Jamie Bryson as her campaign manager, and she stands up, she puts herself out there, and she's an absolute inspiration. And I'll be really bloody disappointed if people don't vote for her in the election.
Well, offer her a spot on here. Offer her a spot on here to come on and talk to the community.
Absolutely, Ruth. If you're listening, or if you can engage with Ruth, the platform's hers. If she wants to come on here, it's superb.
But in an element of fairness, you would need to offer it to everybody, to every candidate standing.
Well, that's it. Well, we all know the platform here. The PO Community Radio here is for everyone. Hey, a nationalist could even be on. I wouldn't say welcomed on, but hey, they could come on, and we could have verbal ping pong over the radio with individual.
But they would be treated respectfully.
They would, absolutely, until 9 o'clock.
No. You would treat them in sort of journalistic sort of impartiality. You would treat them.
What are you saying, David?
I've seen you say you play ping pong with them. They end up knocking the ball.
Okay. No, I mean, so you asked the question, who's Ruth Patterson, and all I can really say on it is she's an inspiration.
What I will do when I leave here, I will Google it later on, Chris. But it's not the sort of thing you can do in the middle of the show. One thing I was saying, I was talking about they're hijacking the moral high ground, they're hijacking public opinion, and all the rest of it. I know it's a sort of, it's not a very good analogy, but is anybody watching the O.J. Simpson trial, American crime series that's on?
Well, his wife's not. Oh, no.
No, boom. Too soon. He's
sorry,
not either.
folks.
He's in his bed, because remember, he's doing 25 to life at the moment. But no, what I was going to say was Johnny Cochran has taken over. Johnny Cochran has taken over as his solicitor, and he stands in the steps of the court, and he's using very couched language, but he's more or less saying to the authorities, I'll have another riot here. If you don't give us the decisions that we want, you're looking at another riot, because don't forget, this was only 2 years after the Rodney King thing.
Yeah.
So you've got the same thing over the water there in Northern Ireland. The nationalists, more or less, holding a loaded gun there, saying, if we don't get this, we will take to the streets and we will sort of show public disorder.
Here, talking of the same thing, right? I'm not going to spend too much on it. I'm not even going to spend a minute on it. Scottish loyalists, right? This is purely to Scottish loyalists. We support Camp Twaddell as best we can. We support it in many different ways. And I'm talking about Scottish loyalists as a community. Regiment of Blues are supporting it in a slightly different way this week coming, starting from tomorrow. But why can Scottish loyalists not support our own concerns here in Scotland? And I'm trying to make that not a dig, and it's not a dig at anybody, right? But we have our very own Ardoyne shops in several areas in Scotland, but Scottish loyalists aren't concerned about that. We have the Gallagate, it's a row of shops, exact same. So if you look at principles, it's the exact same. The council class it as a Republican area. They'll never say Catholic area. They did say it once, and they were condemned for it, but they've now come out this year and said that it's actually a Republican area. Loyalists wouldn't be welcomed there. Police Scotland have said the risk assessments are crazy. There would be rolling riots on the streets of the Gallagate if loyalists were to go up there. That's why they're stopping us. I mean, the only thing really missing from this picture I'm painting is if we put a camp at the bottom of the Gallagate at the Trongate. It's the last thing really that's missing for that picture, and that would then be the exact same as what's happening over at Twaddell. Is anybody in disagreement with me at the moment between yourself, Ian, or David?
No.
It's the exact
Not
same.
at all.
It's the exact same, but Scottish loyalists don't really care. I mean, I don't know how many times people come up to me and say, Chris, I'm fed up. I was out at this parade or that parade, or I was out maybe at a demonstration. I've walked into a pub and somebody says, oh, how did the demonstration go? You say, well, if you weren't sitting in the goddamn pub with
you would have known, yeah.
It would be...
They're not made of the same as they're not made of the same stuff that were made out in the 70s and 80s. I tell you now, fuck's sake, they're lucky to go out there. Streets.
And do you know what really annoys me? And just while I'm on it, what really annoys me is the older guys, maybe 60, maybe 30, 40 year old.
Hey, steady up there, they're young fellas.
They're older to me, sorry, that's what I mean, right? Basically, what annoys me is when these people come and say, you young guys, you aren't doing it right at all, all this peaceful stuff, and we should be out there doing it the way we used to do it. And you say to yourself, the way you used to do it? If you had done something productive back then, we wouldn't be in the sorry position we find ourselves in Glasgow just now. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I've offended anybody, I'm truly sorry. This is just my opinion.
I think it's just malaise. I think through the generations, we've seen ourselves at the top of the heap, and we've just allowed it's always going to be status quo, and we have not realised how much we've been undermined and all the rest of it, and we've allowed things to be taken from us and so many different aspects of society that we're now left.
Mate, there's a reason. I'm sorry to cut you up, right, mate? But there is
no,
reason.
we sleepwalked into it. We were sort of put to sleep. We really were.
Yeah,
the Republicans put us to sleep.
That why being a Republican in Scotland is easier than being a Republican in Northern Ireland. There's a reason for that, and the reason is apathy within the PUL community in Scotland. It's a fact. I would say it to blue in the face. A Republican here has got a more cushy kind of way of pushing their agenda. It's easier for them. They kind of get left alone to a point.
Because they've got their infrastructure over here.
Of course.
the top of the judiciary, the politics, the newspapers, the media, the whole shooting match.
The Irish tricolour would have been flying above
Motherwell Council, yes.
at Motherwell, Cumbernauld and Coatbridge. That tricolour would have been flying in 3 different places